Hello everyone, so this is Amanda and I am bringing you a 12 by 12 process video that I created quite some time ago. And in this video I am using that um, picture from Pinterest that I pinned, and I am basically just copying it, copying some of the main elements. I loved all the different heart shapes with the different colors, and this is a great way to use up some of the supplies that you have when you've already scrapbooked a lot from a certain collection or something like that, but you don't want to waste the supplies. So I had this 6 by 6 paper pad from Glitz that I had used a lot of the 12 by 12 papers from, but I didn't want to waste the 6 by 6 paper. So I still had this gray paper, and I thought that this would be a great paper to do this type of layout with, which is just a repeating pattern of hearts going up and down the page because of the repeating pattern that's already printed on the paper. So I'm taking this heart punch, and I think it's Martha Stewart heart punch. I got it around Valentine's Day several years ago, and I'm just going through and I'm pulling out some of my favorite papers or pieces of papers, like you saw me cut out a part of a journaling card because I liked the pattern that was on it. And there's really no rhyme or reason to what I'm doing. I'm just cutting out 3 or 4 of them from each page, some more from others whenever I knew that I particularly liked that page. And then I'm just kind of grouping them together so that I can go back through and pick the ones that I want later. So this is, again, a great way to use up supplies. Um, so I'm flipping through just to make sure that there's nothing else that I want. I found that triangle that I liked a lot. And I'm being careful to turn the paper the way that I want it to go as I punch the heart so that I don't have a pattern going sideways that would look strange or something like that. But it really didn't take me that long to do, just a couple minutes. So now at this point I am just going through and I'm laying out the hearts. I'm trying not to put too much of the same color next to each other. I'm trying not to put the same pattern next to each other. Again, it doesn't take that long. I do play around with a couple of them as I'm going because I notice that the patterns together clash or the colors next to each other clash. But the great thing about working with a collection is that the colors all coordinate. So it's not like you're going to have 2 different greens that just completely clash against each other. So if you're going to do this look and you want to be able to do it more quickly, I would suggest sticking with a collection. That way it kind of takes the guesswork out of it. And this is a really fun therapeutic thing. I really enjoyed, just having fun with the hearts and figuring out where I wanted them, and stuff like this. Just mindless work like this is kind of relaxing to me. I don't know why, but it is. So I will put a link to the photo in Pinterest that I kind of scrap lifted this from because I definitely want to give credit to the person who created it. To be honest, I filmed this layout back in probably August or September. So I don't remember a lot of the specifics of where the papers came from. I know that this is Glitz, and I'll know where some of the others. I think the gray paper was basic gray, a basic gray paper, but some of the other elements I'm not too clear on. So I'll try to remember as I go along, but I saw that I had this and I wanted to get it uploaded because I miss uploading videos, and I got such great feedback from you guys, just encouragement to keep making videos and things like that on my last one. So I'm really trying. I'm trying to get back into it because I've missed it so much, and I realized as I was going through photos to scrapbook that, oh my gosh, I've missed like so much of my kids' lives. Like Eleanor hardly has any scrapbooks about herself, and that kind of makes me sad. So I'm trying to go through and not do everything because you guys already know that I'm not a chronological scrapper anyway, but go through and just try to make up some lost time. I do have an Instagram book that I have been working on off and on, and it's too late to actually do like a process video on how I've done it, but whenever I'm completely finished with it, which should not be too much longer because I was keeping it simple on purpose, um, as soon as I'm finished, I'll do like a video showing you what I did for our summer vacation last year. So I'm just using some tacky glue, I think that's what it is, to stick these down. It's what I had right next to me, and I didn't really feel like, digging around for the perfect adhesive. And then I had so many of the hearts left that I decided to add some dimension to the hearts, that I would use some dimensional adhesive and popped some of them up on top of others. So here in a second you'll see me do that. And before, I just used my T-square ruler to make sure that I had them lined up straight. And so here's where I'm just picking random. I know about where I'm going to put my pictures, so I'm trying to not put to double up the hearts in those places, because I don't want to add that weightiness behind it, but I'm just trying to add that look of dimension so that when you look at the page from the side or whatever, you can see that some of the hearts are raised up from the ones behind it. And I like the look that this gave the page. Excuse me. All right. So at this point, I'm really loving the way that the page is coming together. It's its summary layout. It's from last summer when we were visiting my parents, and Eleanor had not had popsicles before, but Adeline had. And so they were outside. My mom just stripped them down to their diapers and put them out on the patio where they could just get a hot mess and to not bother anybody, and gave them popsicles, and they were in heaven. And at one point, Adeline started crying and grabbed her head, and we realized that it was because she had given herself a brain freeze. So that's actually the title of this page, is Brain Freeze. That elephant's paper, this came from an older Glitz collection, and I do not know the name of it. I didn't keep the packaging, so if any of you guys know it, you can comment it below. But I just decided that I liked the colors, I liked the youthfulness that the elephants brought, and then to be honest, I kind of liked how the elephants clashed with all of the other designs behind it. I know I'm not a very clashy, not that the colors clash, but it's just like there's so many geometric designs and then there's these elephants thrown in there, but I liked it. So I decided to go with it. And then I'm going to use this journaling card from one of the journaling card sheets from that same design. Sorry if you can hear my family. As people who make scrapbook videos with small children know, you'll go wherever you can to find silence, and so I'm actually sitting in the closet in our bathroom, but I think you can still hear some of the noise from behind, so sorry. Alright, so I'm cutting that elephant down because I realized I didn't need all of it, and I thought, you know what, I might want to use this later. So I cut it down so that I wasn't wasting that whole section. And that's just something, I mean, that's an age-old trick so that you're not wasting supplies. But if you realize you don't need all of it, or maybe you want to do like I did and offset it and you can't really warp a rectangular image to get it to the way that you want, just cut it down and you can save the middle part that would otherwise be hidden, and then it leaves you with that, in this case I have that great block of a print left over on the right, so I can use that on another page. So I have my little jar of whatnots, and there's some flair in there and some badges and just random stuff. Like whenever I am finished with an embellishment package, I'll pull out the not the scraps, but like the rest of them, and just throw them in a little bowl like that so that I can rifle through them, and it keeps me from having all this half-empty packaging in my embellishments. And I'm going through, I knew that I wanted to use that magical thing because there's just something about eating your first popsicle on a hot summer day and being covered in stickiness and no one freaking out about it, and just, enjoying summer that is just magical. And I think as adults we lose that sense of magic with our lives. I know that our life has been so, it's not been bad. Like I said in my last video, nothing bad has happened. In fact, we've had so many blessings. My husband started a new job, and, but there's just been a lot of change that has happened in the last few months. And, so I want to take time to and I think this is part of where I know I'm rambling, but part of where my desire to start scrapbooking again is because I feel like I'm losing that sense of magic in watching my kids grow up. And And scrapbooking really brings that back for me because I'm taking time to really think about moments and think about the stories behind the moments and the magic behind the moments. And when you're just living it, it's kind of hard to see that, especially working and having small kids and trying to keep up a house and all that stuff. You just seem to lose it. So that's my goal for this summer, even though I will be very largely pregnant and will be, Alright, so I stopped the recording because someone started screaming and I thought they were hurt, so I went and checked on them. But all is well. So anyway, back to what I was saying is that this summer my goal is to just, and even this spring, to just get back into finding the magic of documenting our family and to not stress out about it, not make it a job, but to just enjoy it. So while I've been rambling, you've probably noticed that I've just been sticking down little embellishments, all from that same collection. I kept my supplies really simple for this layout so that I could get it done quickly. And now I am trying to figure out where I'm going to put my title. So I've got the word brain spelled out with those round alphabet stickers. And then I'm going to come in with some thickers and put the word freeze. And I think I picked some silvery glitter. Yeah, well, those are actually more like a navy blue, sparkly thicker from Dear Lizzie. But I liked the navy, how it brought in the navy from the page, and then the sparkly stuff just made me kind of think of ice and freezing, and I just thought it was appropriate. So the title is Brain Freeze, and then I will, of course, do my journaling down below where, kind of where, like, underneath that magical wood veneer is. So like I said in my last video, if you watched, I'm not really going to be buying a lot of supplies. I have created a few more layouts. There's one layout that I found pictures of that I had taken, and I can't find the video footage from, and it's one of my favorite layouts that I did. So I'm hoping that I did not... Oh, I'm going to color in these Stampin' Up! Pearls so that they match, and I'm just using a Stampin' Up! Marker to color those in so that they match the page, and then I can pop them on there. But, what I was saying is that I hope that I didn't delete it because it's one of my favorite pages that I've completed in a long time. And if I can find that, then I can get it edited pretty quickly and do the voiceover and get it uploaded as well. But I have a few other, I've already got the pictures printed. I already know the layout design. One is going to include a shaker element, which will be super fun. I've been doing shakers on cards, but I haven't been doing them on scrapbook layouts, and I haven't seen that done a lot on scrapbook layouts. So that's going to be really fun, and I'm hoping to work on it maybe even tonight if I get a chance to. So we'll see. No promises. I've already said it before. I'm not going to commit to 2 layouts a week or 2 uploads a week. I'm just going to do what I can and try to be consistently inconsistent, if that makes any sense. But anyway, I'm not going to be buying a lot of supplies, but I do kind of miss subscribing to a monthly kit, and I'm not even sure if I want to like add that back into our budget because with the new baby coming and stuff, we're trying to rework our budget and all those things, and I don't want to invest in $25 or $30 a month if I'm not going to use it. But subscription kits and kit clubs have changed so much in the last year. I've already done Studio Calico. I did Coco Daisy for a while. But whenever I'm watching other videos, I'm hearing of all these other kit clubs that are available now. So I would like to know, which kit club are you subscribing to currently, and what do you like most about it? What do you like least about it? Any tips for if I were to subscribe again? Maybe which kit you would like to see me working with the most. I am doing Project Life, but it's a very basic, back to the basic, journaling cards, photos only type of Project Life. So I already have a core kit that I'm working with and it's working out fine. I'll do a video showing that probably in the next week or so. But I don't want to, oh, and here I'm adding Navy Mist. Very basic stuff. But I don't want to waste my money and I don't want to waste your time watching, or not watching videos. So any tips or hints that you can give me would be greatly appreciated. You can leave them in the comments or, private message me or whatever. But so yeah, so that's the last part of this video. I put the date on there and this layout is complete. So I hope you enjoyed it and I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. and I hope that you are having a great spring and that it warms up soon in your area. And I will talk to you later. Have a wonderful week, everybody. Bye.